video is dedicated to a man whose kindness, compassion, and unwavering heart have quietly inspired thousands of people around the world. In a world where many relationships are built on convenience and often disappear when life becomes difficult, has shown something far more powerful. He has shown that real love is not measured by how someone treats you when everything is going well. Instead, it is revealed by how they choose to stay when everything begins to fall apart. Many people know as someone with a warm smile, a gentle spirit, and a heart that naturally cares for others. Whether he is spending time with friends, supporting those around him, or simply offering words of encouragement, he has earned a reputation as someone who always puts others before himself. People often describe him as kind. They call him generous. They admire his patience. They respect his loyalty. But words alone can never fully describe who really is, because the greatest measure of a person's character is not found in what they say. It is found in what they do. And actions have spoken louder than words ever could. His story with EQ is one that has touched countless hearts, not because it is perfect, but because it is real. Like many relationships, theirs was filled with beautiful memories. There were days of laughter, days filled with dreams, days when the future seemed full of endless possibilities. They shared moments that many couples experience: simple conversations, quiet smiles, and memories that would stay with them forever. But love is never without challenges. No relationship escapes hardship. No heart is protected from disappointment forever. As time passed, misunderstandings began to appear. Pain entered places where happiness once lived. Trust was tested. Difficult decisions had to be made. Their relationship experienced moments that neither of them expected. There were mistakes. There were tears. There were moments of heartbreak. Like many people struggling to understand himself, EQ faced his own internal battles. Those struggles affected the people around him, especially the person who loved him most. Sometimes fear causes people to make choices they later regret. Sometimes confusion leads people away from those who care for them the most. And sometimes the hardest battle is the one happening inside someone's own heart. For loving EQ was never simple. Yet he continued to care, even when life became complicated, even when emotions became painful, even when many people would have chosen to walk away forever. Life, however, had another chapter waiting to be written, one that no one could have imagined. Everything changed in a single terrifying moment. What began as an ordinary day suddenly turned into a nightmare. EQ suffered a severe epileptic seizure while he was alone. There was no one nearby to help him immediately. Time passed. His brain was deprived of oxygen for far too long. When people hear the word love, they often imagine fairy tales to meeting by chance, falling in love and living happily ever after. But life rarely follows the script we expected. Real love is not perfect. Real love is tested. When EQ life changed so suddenly, no one could have predicted what the future will look like. To thank you for reminding us that love is strongest when it chooses to stay. Thank you for showing that compassion is never wasted. Thank you for proving that loyalty still matters. Thank you for teaching the world that forgiveness is not weakness but incredible strength. And to EQ, may each new day bring continued healing, renewed strength, and brighter tomorrows. May every step forward remind you that countless people are cheering you on. May hope continue to rise, even on the hardest days. May your journey continue to inspire people to never give up, no matter how impossible life may seem. Together, your story has become more than a personal journey. It has become a source of encouragement for people around the world. It reminds us to hold our loved ones a little closer, to speak kind words a little more often, to forgive a little more freely, to appreciate the people who stand beside us through every season of life. Because, in the end, life is not measured by the number of years we live. It is measured by the love we give, the kindness we share, the lives we touch, and the hope we leave behind. If there is one lesson we can all take from the story of Om and EQ, it is this: never underestimate the power of a loving heart. A single act of kindness can change someone's day. A single word of encouragement can restore someone's hope. A single decision to stay can completely transform another person's life. The world needs more people who choose compassion instead of judgment. More people who choose forgiveness instead of resentment. More people who choose patience instead of giving up. More people who choose love. Because love, real love, is never defined by perfection. It is defined by sacrifice, by loyalty, by grace, by choosing someone, again and again, through every season of life. As this chapter comes to an end, remember that every great story is still being written. The future remains unwritten. Tomorrow holds possibilities that none of us can predict. So let us continue hoping. Let us continue believing. Let us continue praying for healing, strength, peace, and brighter days ahead. And may the story of Om and EQ continue to remind us that even in life's darkest moments, the light of genuine love can never be extinguished. Thank you for watching, and thank you for carrying this story in your heart. If this journey has touched you, let it inspire you to be a little kinder, a little more patient, and a little more compassionate toward the people around you. Because sometimes, the greatest miracle we can give another person is simply letting them know they are never alone.